Thank you, Ludovico. Hello, everyone. I hope you still have a little bit of focus for me. I want to share some interesting facts with you. So I'm Danilo Fattorini, the COO of 2B. And today we are going to talk about the LiFi revolution. 2B was born following a dream. We want to make every light a source of information. And we try to do that by combining third-party hardwares with our own softwares in order to deliver the best performing LiFi solutions available on the market. But what is LiFi? Some of you may have heard of it. LiFi is an innovative technology allowing to send data through light. So it's just like Wi-Fi, but we use light waves instead of radio waves. And this has some important advantages. First of all, the light spectrum is 10,000 times wider than the radio spectrum. And already today, we reach 1 gigabit per second data transmission, but we are expecting to reach 1 terabit per second by 2025. So LiFi will be the medium for the new digital era. But today, I want you to focus on another characteristic of LiFi, the geolocation accuracy. In fact, with this technology, we can define the position of a user, of a person, with extreme accuracy. We are talking about 2-3 centimeters marginal error, which is a benchmark in the sector. Like the next best option, it's Bluetooth, and it's above 1 meter. With this level of accuracy, we can meet new market needs. In particular, the needs of people entering wide spaces and needing to orientate within a wide space. And on the other hand, the need of people managing these spaces. They want to get in touch with customers and with visitors. They want to track them, and they want to communicate with them. And this is exactly what the LiFi Zone platform is doing. The LiFi Zone platform has two main components. We have a content management system, which allows our customers to create contents, or even to reach out to developers or artists within our network to create new contents and associate them to different parts of their maps. They can also access analytics and some other services. And on the other hand, there is the front end, like there is the mobile app, the end user app, which you can download from any app store, of course. And this allows visitors to access different services like wayfinding, proximity marketing, and also accessibility, because with this level of accuracy, you can help a blind person or a person in a wheelchair moving autonomously within a wide space. And then, of course, there are many more services to be developed. This is our use cases, or at least our main use cases. We work a lot with the healthcare and with the cultural heritage sectors, and also with the retail sector. So imagine entering in a hospital, and the same light that is enlightening the hospital is sending data to your phone. The indoor navigation market is already big and growing. And as you can see, retail, healthcare, and public sector are all in the top 5 most promising markets. And we are aiming to get 10% of the European market. Might seem a little bit ambitious, but LiFi is disruptive. Like, it's going to change the market because no one can reach such performances. And today, we are the only one who are able to deliver commercial projects, like we can already use it. We are the first ones. Also, if we look at the bottom-up analysis, our average project is around 60,000 euros, and there are 4,900 museums in Italy. So even reaching out to just 1% of Italian museums would be enough to meet our turnover goals for the next 2 years, which is 2.8 million. The competitive scenario is extremely fragmented. Like, there are 186 organizations worldwide working with indoor positioning systems. Everyone is focusing on a different technology or a different market. We are the first one, as I said, to use LiFi. And we know of Saitum, for example, is one of the market leaders, and they recently made a partnership with one of our suppliers. So they are working on it, but they are not there yet. And then there are many other companies using other technologies. So I think they will need to innovate. But what is also interesting here is that most of them had strong seed fundings, which shows that there is demand for these services. It's a growing market, and also investors seem to be aware of it. And if we take total fundings, like considering all rounds worldwide, we are talking about more than 500 million already. Today, we deliver turnkey solutions, which means we sell hardware, we sell our software, it's a software as a service model, and then we do service upsale. But eventually, we are planning to drop the hardwares because our hardwares are nothing more than normal LED lamps with a modulator. And we know there are going to be more and more companies selling this hardware. And a LiFi lamp is not much more expensive than a normal lamp. So we believe there is going to be an infrastructure to exploit. And this is why we are going to focus mainly on the software and on the service upsale. This is our traction. For the first years, we have been doing a lot of experimentation. And then in 2021, we published the first release of our LiFi Zone platform, which was the first bite of standardization, which allowed us to deliver projects faster. And that's why our turnover almost doubled in 2021. Last year, we also managed to raise some public funds, 350,000 euro, which allowed us to accelerate our investments and developments. And that's why in the first semester of this year, we already almost reached the total turnover of 2021. These are our main clients. As you can see, we work a lot with TLC and utility companies. They are our clients, but they are also our partners because they help us reach out to new customers and new markets. And we work a lot with the public sector as well, so different institutions that you can see in this slide. The pipeline is even more interesting. Like, we have more than €1 million in value of projects starting now. And it's also interesting to see how last year the average project was around €18,000, while the projects we are starting now have a value of 120,000. So project size is growing dramatically. And so is our turnover, or at least the expectations we have. As you can see, the revenue composition, services is the main component today, but also the subscription part is growing. And this is important because the recurrence, these subscribers are our customer base for all the service upsale. And that's why now we need some extra fundings. We are trying to raise 600,000 euro to further develop the LiFi Zone platform because we need to add more features. But we will also use a bit of this money to develop other LiFi solutions because the potential of this technology goes much beyond this. And then, of course, we need to invest in marketing and sales, operations, and also an internationalization program. Last but not least, this is our team. We are a young and visionary team, but young doesn't mean an expert. Like, most of us had some remarkable experiences before. And now we are all fully committed to make the LiFi revolution happen. So please join us because we need you to make it happen. Thank you.
Thank you. Grazie. So talking about connectivity, indoor navigation, one of our partners obviously had something very interesting to say. And so when we first met, managed to have to be meeting with Inuit, we had our partner, and I think he's already on, should be online. It's Giampiero Lopes from Inuit, who met to be the first time. And so maybe his feedback is a bit of let's say, a suggestion for us to understand better which are the capabilities and opportunities coming from to be solution. Thank you, Giampiero.
Good afternoon, everyone. I apologize for being physically present with you. First of all, I thank Digital Magic for the opportunity to witness the value that Inuit has found in to-be company and in the LiFi technology adopted in its solutions. The mission of Inuit, as the first Italian tower operator, is to work for the digitalization of the country in support of telecommunications operator for a more sustainable and inclusive society. A mission strengthened also by our way of sharing connections and expression of this vocation. Inuit has found it to be an innovative and interesting reality for the following aspect. First, for the ability to naturally integrate with indoor coverage solutions such as DAS, distributed antenna systems, and small cells that Inuit implements throughout Italy. Second, for the ease of use by end customers. Third, for the scalability of the system, thanks to the adoption of devices easily available on the market, the LED lights. Four, for the conception of a solution that opens the door to a new way in data transmission that joins the current ways and bring with it the value of security and support for the incessant process of digitalization of the population. INWIT believes that today's cities, with their cultural and artistic heritage, must merge with those of the future, enhancing all their aspects and ensuring a better quality of life for their citizens, from a social, environment, relational, and to be can certainly be a company that can operate in this sense. Therefore, I like to state that it is important that we work for a more connected world with more sharing, more exchanges, and for a more sustainable, more inclusive world that leaves no one behind. Thanks.
Thank you, Giampiero. Thank you, everybody. I mean, we're actually at the end, this is what is happening. I know the day is hot, but winter is coming, which means that Magic Spectrum is over now, but we're still thinking about what's going on next. So October 22, that's the date for the next batch of Magic Spectrum. And this means new startups, partners, a new journey beyond networks. So thank you all. Stay tuned, because with the partners of this year, obviously all the LPs that have been joining, I think we did a nice job this year. Next year will be bigger. We will scale on trends that we have seen this year, and we will be ready